All right. Well, this is the first live, so I'm gonna give it maybe like a minute or two and see if anybody joins us here. All right. Well, this is the first live ever, so welcome to the Abundant Will podcast. Thank you to everybody who has been liking and subscribing and following. I greatly appreciate it. So today is the first live. So with that being said, I kind of wanted to well, I just go over my story briefly a little bit and then kind of talk about how it's always you versus you when you're going through life or anything like that. And then I also kind of wanted to just in case anybody new pops in or something, just kind of go over um like what the podcast is about again and stuff like that. So real quick, when I was born, I was born with a liver disease. It was called alpha 1 antitrypsin disease. And the doctors said that when I was born that I had the disease. It wasn't really a big deal. I just kind of had to go and get checkups every once in a while, and maybe around like the age of 35 or 40, I might need a transplant at some point, is what they said. And so everything was pretty much fine until I was like 9 years old, and then at 9 years old, I woke up in the middle of the night, and my stomach was like big, like I was like pregnant or something. Um, I threw up a bunch of blood. They took me to the emergency room. They said that I had double pneumonia and that it shut down my liver and it was shutting down my kidneys and that I would need a liver and a kidney transplant. So at 9, I think I stayed in the hospital for, I don't know, maybe like 4 months or something, and finally got the call. And then I had, at 9 years old, on March 14th, I had a liver transplant and a kidney transplant, but my kidneys weren't like that bad and they weren't like on dialysis yet, so they just added an extra one. So I had a new liver and three kidneys at the age of 9. And everything was pretty much okay. High school, I had some issues. I had to walk around with a stent in, which is like a tube hanging out of my side for like almost a year. That didn't go very well. And anyway, just I had been through a lot with the transplant at a young age, and just having going through that as a kid was traumatizing. I didn't really know what was going on. And then again in high school, and then I just started, like, just using drugs to escape and just trying to bury my feelings and things like that. But anyway, long story short, all of that, um, about a year ago, I went to the doctor for just like a routine kinda checkup, just get my blood, and they called me back and they said, um "Get here right now. Your blood work's all messed up." I was in the hospital for probably, I don't know, maybe a month and a half or something. Anyway, I found out that, my kidneys aren't working, that, it just stopped working, that, I had to get on dialysis and that I need another kidney. So that's where we're at right now. I need another kidney transplant. And if you guys have been following along, then this year I've been doing dialysis a lot. I was doing it at the facility for a little bit, and then started doing it at home here now. But with all that being said, it's just so now I'm still doing dialysis, and on the 15th of January is the date where I go in and I'll have my kidney transplant, which will be my third kidney transplant. So that's where we're at right now. And I'm getting real close, man. I mean, I'm just counting down the days. I just told him at work, I told him, I said, "Look, man, I mean, I'm counting down the days here. Christmas is coming up. I'm only gonna be working like 8 hours from now on. I'm not doing any more overtime. I'm taking it easy and I'm making sure that everything goes okay for the 15th because I want to get this done and I'm ready to be done with this, and I'm very, very, very eternally grateful for, Jill and everybody else who, took the time to see if they were a donor for me and, everything like that. I really can't believe it, and I just wanted to thank everybody. So, um, with that being said, I I kinda wanted to say, like, it's it's very, difficult to have a positive mindset when going through, stuff like this. I mean, I don't care if you're going through any kinda medical anything, if you have, like, any heart problems or, if you need a heart transplant or a liver transplant or a pancreas or cancer or anything like that. It it's very, very, very tough to maintain a positive mindset through all this stuff. I mean, because a lot of times your body's probably might be even telling you that you don't feel good or that you don't want to do this and don't want to do that, and but I you can't give into that, man. You have got to maintain positive. And I'm going to share a couple like a story of just uh, how I go through things and what I choose to do. So every year during the summer, me and my family, we go down to it's either like Kentucky or West Virginia or Tennessee or somewhere like that. Depends. but they've had a lot of, flooding down there, um, I don't know, the last 4 or 5 years, stuff like that, but, it's called Appalachia Service Project, and we go with the church, and it's usually, I don't know, maybe anywhere from, like, 10 to 20, kids who are anywhere from, I don't know, maybe, like, 7th to 8th grade to high school, and we take them down there, and, depending on what people need, we've done, like, roofs, and we've done decks, and, we've done, like, the floors, I've done the plumbing on a bathroom one time, and, uh, I think we had to put up, some walls last year, but anyway, so, we know when we're going down there for a week, and when we had to go this year, I had, um, to do dialysis, and I was at the point where I was almost, done with, like, going to the facility with dialysis and starting it at home, so I had a dialysis tube right here, and then I had, one in my stomach. I had 2 of them because, I was right in the middle of transitioning from going to the facility to doing it at home, but the week, um, where we were going down to ASP ended up being, like, the week where I was supposed to do it, so I had to go down there with both of them hanging out of me, which that's not the big deal, but the big deal was that, they were supposed to, like, set me up with, the dialysis facility and things like that, so I knew where I was going when I got down there, and so we're driving down there, and I call them, and they're like, "Oh, no, we don't have you here, there's we can't do anything," because it was like a different facility name or something. It wasn't like the same as up here. So I was like, "Well, how am I gonna do dialysis?" Now this is I could have been freaking out, and I could have been stressed out, and I could have been taking it out on, Jill and the kids, and I got a truck full of teenagers who, you know how it is with kids, man. I mean, they really don't listen to you. They just kind of do what they do. So, but what I'm saying is, like, I could have I could have been stressing out about this. I could have been freaking out. I could have been doing all that, but I didn't do any of that. I was just like, all right, well, whatever. I guess I have to take some action and figure this out. So I ended up calling a dialysis facility that was like 10 minutes from the place that we were staying. And I talked to this real sweet lady. I still remember her name. Her name was Stormy. And I told her my situation. I told her that, I need to at least get dialysis at least 2 times this week while I'm down here. Could you help me out? And she's like, "Oh, sure, honey." And I told her what I was down here for. And she's like, "Oh, we'll take care of you." And I ended up going in like at 4 in the morning, getting my dialysis, and I was done by like 7:30 or 8 o'clock. And back at the facility, that's like when everybody's packing up and leaving. So it worked out perfect. Everything worked out perfect. But I didn't freak out, and I didn't stress out, and I didn't let it I I I basically I just did what I had to do. I just went with the flow and the motions, and everything worked out. but it's it's difficult to have a positive mindset when you're going through any kind of medical anything. I mean, when you're sitting in a hospital bed, but you're trying to tell yourself you're healthy, you know what I mean? It's a little it's a little difficult, but it is possible, and you have to remain positive, but above anything else, because everything is perspective and everything is how you look at it. And how you look at things is it, it's basically like what do you feed what do you put in your mind all the time? Are you feeding your mind with positive things, with you know anything positive, or you feed your mind with negative stuff and just sitting there and watching TV, you know what I mean? You got to be productive. I mean, I have had a fairly rough rough life, I would say. I mean, just with all the stuff that I had to go through as a kid and everything else. I mean, God has literally ripped me to pieces and put me back together. And it's okay, because this is part of my story. And my story, all I'm trying to do here is share my experience, strength, and hope with anybody who will listen. And I know that the only way that I got through any of this at all was by remaining positive. And I mean, reading positive books, and meditating and praying, and taking action when I could. And hold on, I'm just looking at my notes here. So, I mean, yeah, I hope that you guys that are following and liking and subscribing are really um taking this seriously, and trying to better yourselves. I mean, because I'm telling you, that's the only reason we're here, is to love one another, to lift one another up, and help one another. I know that for a fact. It's the only reason we're here, and the only thing that exists is love, and that's the only thing that's real. And we need to have it for one another. But I mean, it it starts with you, dude. It starts with you. And I just I hope that everybody is at least trying to trying to better themselves and trying to do a little bit better, because I mean, honestly, I know it sounds stupid and cliche, but it's true, man. We could change the world if we all walked around being grateful. I mean, if you're walking on this side of the roses, you should be grateful, man, because if you're alive, then today is a day of opportunity, and anything can happen. It it can. I know it can. Anything can happen, and anything positive can happen. And uh, it's up to you, you know. And I just I hope that people take this seriously because, like I said, I know it sounds cliche, but we could change the world. I know we can if we walk around being grateful, full of love, light, and truth. It has if you're walking in that frequency and in that vibration and you can hold that throughout the day, people around you will change because they'll pick up on the frequency and the vibration that you're carrying with you. And they will feel and they will see that you're bringing light and love to the situation, and they're going to want to do that too. And I mean, I hope that everybody is trying to trying to do a little bit better. And like I said, uh, the whole entire purpose and reason that I started this podcast is because I just want to share my experience, strength, and hope with anybody who's willing to listen, but especially people who have gone through any kind of medical anything. I mean, I have been through it, dude. Like through it. All right, my whole entire life. I'm telling you. Okay, it 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 is way better and much more prosperous to go at things from a positive mind state, from a mind state of being grateful and being full love and light. And you know, you gotta you gotta work on yourself in order to get there. I still have to work on myself every single day. I mean, it's every day. It's just thank you for today. Tomorrow I'm gonna try and do much better. Right? That's it. So um that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to come on here really quick. I apologize that it's been such a, I guess, I don't know, maybe like a week and a half or 2 weeks since I've done an episode, but I really wasn't feeling very well lately. I don't know what the heck's going on. It's just like every time I eat, I don't know, I just kind of feel like nauseous almost. It's wild. But feeling better now, and I'm just grateful, and I can't wait for what's it? Maybe another 30 something days or something like that, and finally get this transplant going and you know, get back to get back to living life the way that I should. And thank you to everybody who's liked and subscribed. If you know anybody going through any kind of medical anything, or I mean, if you guys could share this with them, man, that's all I want to do is just inspire and help people. Uh and that's it. So thank you very much. I will see you guys maybe Tuesday, something like that. We'll see. I'll come on here for another live. And all right. Yep. Thank you. I will see you guys shortly.